I remember thinking, I'm about to beat this bitch up.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's gonna be like a sort of more personal video, and I'm gonna treat this video as a sort of like diary entry of how I'm feeling and how I've been feeling for these last like couple of months, because I think that's important. That's kind of like a thing I want to do with this channel. I want to document my progression, my everything, and make money off of it. So let's get started. So if you haven't read by the title yet, I recently turned 25 years old, and your girl's kind of having a quarter-life crisis. Yeah, like I've been feeling like not dreading, but not really like looking forward to my 25th birthday. I feel like most people look forward to it and they celebrate it and they make a big deal out of it. But this year I didn't really want to, and I didn't really feel like, especially with everything going on like in the world, with the whole pandemic and COVID-19, that this is like really a time to celebrate. Not that this should apply to you, but this is just how I personally feel, how I'm personally taking, in everything. And I don't know, not that this year hasn't been good or bad or really anything. Well, it has been bad. It's been really bad. But I'm kind of looking back now, and things are looking a little bit brighter. Right now the vaccine is coming in, more people are getting the vaccine. Honestly, like LA looks a little bit more lively now too, and I'm guessing it's because of the vaccine. So anyways, I don't know how to feel about being 25. I don't know how to take it in. Like, I feel like, a lot of people, by the time they're 25, they have their life together. And I really don't. I just graduated college. I'm kind of jobless. Yay. And, I feel like I should have gone through this when I was like 22. But I'm going through it now, and it's like really hitting me. Like, what am I gonna do with my life? And to be honest, like, I don't really know what I want to do. I'm very confused about what I want to do. And yeah, like, I don't know how to feel. It's not that I don't know how to feel. I don't know if obviously people feel the same way, and I'm not saying that other people don't. I'm saying I don't personally know how to process this and how to take it and how to advance from it. And most of you would be saying just go to therapy. You obviously need therapy. And I'm like, yeah, and I've been trying to look into that. I've been trying to look into getting mental help, just because this year specifically has just been very not good for my mental health. Not only because of the pandemic, but a lot of personal things happened this year. I don't know if I would call it personal growth, but definitely a lot of I guess I would call evolving happened this year. I moved in with my boyfriend in June into our new LA apartment. Watch out for the video, because that's coming soon. It's coming soon. Oh.
I'm in the ghetto.
Ra-ta-ta-ta, Anyways, yeah, I think that was one of the main things that happened this year. I moved in and I got an apartment, and we've been affording this apartment, which is kind of crazy. I also started a business with him. We currently run Steve & Co. Decor. a follow at stephencodecore. Yeah, just a lot of other personal things have been happening, a lot of changes that I'm not ready to disclose, but yeah, I don't know how to process it, and I don't know if this video is even gonna make sense by the end of it, but fuck it. Alright. Yeah. Y'all are just chewing up shit. Like, I feel lost, I guess. I feel like I have no end point, and I kind of have to tell myself that you have to make your own end point. You have to make your own goals of what you want, and you have to persevere and get those goals. And, you know, one of my goals for this year was to finally start my YouTube channel. And, you know, there's a couple of hold on. I have tried to start my YouTube channel a couple of times, but because, you know, I basically work full-time with my boyfriend on stephencodecore, I have not really had the time to do stuff for my channel and make content. And you know, in 2021, I see I see YouTube as a potential career goal, you know, as a career plan for me. And I've really been wanting to start it, but you know, one thing or another, and it was postponed and further postponed and further postponed. And you know, I've been also going through a lot of mental health problems with myself, just in general, you know, body issues, not feeling myself, you know, just confidence shit. I really lost my confidence over the last year and a half, I would want to say, just because during quarantine and even a little bit before quarantine, I have put on a lot of weight. Let's just say before this, I was and you know, I'm getting back at it, and I'm trying to really get back at it. And you know, everybody's like, oh, well, take your time, you know, this quarantine and this whole pandemic in general has just been really hard on everybody. And I'm like, yeah, I guess, but also I feel like I'm really harsh on myself, and I feel like I could have done more during the pandemic, when really, when I'm reflecting on it now, I couldn't have. And if anything, I've done a lot with this pandemic. I've gotten my own apartment, I've started my own business, and you know, I've done a lot. You know, I've done a lot of independization, basically becoming independent. And I know, especially for a lot of you who have just graduated college, and you know, you're looking for something that'll pay the bills. I know it's scary and it's hard, and I'm kind of feeling that too. I'm feeling really what am I gonna do? Another goal for 2021, just to get my life together. Yeah, get my life together. And I feel like I've been doing okay so far. I'm really trying to get my YouTube channel started. It's been postponed for over a year now, probably a little bit more. But yeah, I just want to get back at it, and I want to get back to this person that I was before. I would want to say 22, 23 Alex. That doesn't make sense. 22 to 23-year-old Alex, where it was just someone who was so, I guess, more optimistic and more full of life, and had more everything. You know, just more confidence, more drive, more willingness too. And that's something that I've been struggling with, and I haven't had for such a long time, you know. And right now I'm just trying to get that back. And I'm gonna try really hard to get that back. Because I want it. I want that old person back, you know, and I always get like, they're not that kind of compliments, but like, you know, like people saying like, oh, like, you're not the same, or like, oh, you know, like you've changed. And I'm like, yeah, 2019 to like 2020 has been a rough transition for me. And it's been like one of the most difficult years for myself in terms of a lot, you know, physically, mentally, emotionally. And I'm just really trying to get back on my high horse. Like, I'm really trying to get back to someone who I can be proud of. Yeah. And, you know, this is why I started my YouTube channel. I wanted somewhere where I can, you know, be creative and make money off of it too. Because, you know what, girl, like, I have bills to pay, I have a life to make and whatnot. And I've always wanted to do YouTube. I wanted to do YouTube for a while now. It's just, you know, I feel like for myself, like, I set like these imaginable and like non-existent boundaries were like, oh, I can't do that, but I can. And I've always told myself like, oh no, like, I can't do that. And I've always limited myself. Like, you know, like when I started this business, I never thought that having access to like all this beautiful stuff was within my grasp. And now that like I've done it, and now that I do have access and like I know how to do stuff, I know how to like, you know, run a business, I know how to source, I know how to do a whole bunch of stuff like that. I can do all of this, and that really like there are no limits on what I can do. And I have to get to that point again where I can convince myself that I can do whatever I want to do. And so, you know, comes along this video where I basically rant and, you know, tell you and use you as a sort of psychotherapist, you know, analyzing my everything and putting it out onto the internet. Yay. But, I mean, I'm putting this out there in the hopes that maybe some of you can relate. Maybe some of you can, you know, understand. Some of you can connect somehow. You know, trying to get a fan base here. But thank you guys so much for, you know, hearing me out, listening to me rant about my issues with being 25. Because I know it's something small, and I know there's like people with even worse issues and, you know, actual problems. But this is kind of what I'm facing right now, and it's been giving me so much anxiety for such a long time that even to the point where I didn't even really enjoy my birthday, like on a personal level. I mean, not to say that like I didn't enjoy it, but like that there was like a looming presence over me the whole time. And maybe that's depression. And maybe it is. For sure, it probably is. But, you know, like all of you, and I'm just trying to deal with it day by day. I'm trying to come to a point where I am good with myself. And hopefully, like, that day will come soon. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you haven't, please go subscribe to my channel. I promise I'll put out more entertaining content for you guys. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate all of you guys' help and support, and thank you so much. I hope you all have a fantastic day.